They say that knowledge is power, but we say only if you know where to get it. We are the Council, and welcome to the Gossup, where we bring the whispers, the facts, and the stories that matter. Stay locked in. Good evening and welcome to the Gossup. This is our first episode, ladies.
Yes.
And we are so excited. Thank you guys for being here with us. We ask that you kind of be patient with us as we are doing our first episode. We are very excited.
Yes,
There's a lot of stuff that go into doing podcasts in a professional manner. You know, we're not just flipping up our phone, connecting it, and streaming it from a television or a laptop or anything. We really are trying to give you guys some quality YouTube content. And so once again, I would like to thank you guys for spending time with us and taking this time even on this evening to share and be with us as we share some good information with you guys. Isn't that right, ladies?
That's right.
We're excited.
The Gossup.
The time has come.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Simon Cowell or now let's do it.
That's
American
right.
Idol.
It's a no for me. It's a no for me.
Hater.
Oh my goodness. Well,
he was everywhere.
My name is Sherry.
I'm Charlisa.
And I am Tammy.
And welcome to the Gossup.
Yes.
Welcome.
The Gossup is all about relationship building and kind of rebuilding, if you would. We have a lot of different types of interactions that we will be doing with you guys. You just have to watch the show. And let's get it started, ladies.
Let's get it
do
started.
this. Yes.
So part of what we do here at the Gossup is we highlight relationships, because so many times we get on YouTube and TikTok and all the other platforms, you'll be hearing story time, right? I've heard hundreds of, well, I would say at least 75, if not 100 of tapes of story times of tragic things that happen to people on a regular basis. And you know what? I want to thank you guys for sharing and being brave enough to allow the world to see your trauma. But what we're doing here at the Gossup is we want to try to help and repair some of that trauma. So we're all things relationships. We'll dive into some serious topics, but we also will do
the bad,
some
the
and
ugly,
the ugly,
And in between.
and all in between. That's right. That's right. So as we're talking about relationships, we do a segment called Couples News.
Okay.
So
Who's the couple?
the couple that we want to highlight, especially our first episode, is Pauletta and Denzel Washington.
Yay!
Hey, look,
Black on black love.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you.
you.
So just a little bit of information that I kind of dug up on the Washington crew is that Denzel met Pauletta at his first movie, where he played the love interest of the star of the movie, which was the movie called Wilma. And it was
Never heard of that.
yeah.
Well, that either.
Well, we gonna have to.
So keep
on
on
That's
giving
right.
us the
We'll
tea.
have to look it up.
Giving us the tea.
So he played the love interest of Wilma Rudolph. Wilma Rudolph was an international track star. She was the fastest woman in the universe. So she in the world,
Actually, the universe. Yeah.
actually the world and the universe. Well, just doing a little bit of background on Wilma Rudolph. When she grew up, the doctor said that she had I believe a 10 to 15% chances of even walking, because she, yeah, look, I do my little research here. But for some of you viewers, you know, you may know a little bit more about the story of Wilma Rudolph. I would really encourage all of us to know a little bit more about our heroes, African American heroes that has risen to the top, and you know, has some history and some solid history of what they've accomplished and stuff. So we want to say cheers to Wilma Rudolph, and R.I.P.
Yeah.
But
the researcher.
that's right. Denzel met Pauletta at the Wilma Rudolph movie, and Pauletta was a actress in the actual movie. Yep, she was one of the track. She was one of the track runners. Yep. So they met. They got married.
She's an extra.
Not
or was
really.
she the actual actress?
Well, she was actually acting as a track, you know, running in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So she kind of co-starred in it. She wasn't like, you know, like an extra would be somebody that was sitting in the stands or whatever. Yeah. So she actually, you know, got some chops.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Didn't
she
know
got some
that either.
acting chops. Yeah. And also they have 4 children. All of the children are in the industry.
Wow.
They have a set of twins. Yep.
Oh.
And a lot of you guys may know John David, because he plays in a lot of movies. That's the oldest son. And then they have Olivia and Katia, and Malcolm is the twins. So yeah, hats off, you know, there to
some research.
That's right. Hats off to Denzel and Paulette.
Yes.
But I just want to say one last thing. Some information, a fun fact about Pauletta Washington is she actually starred in several movies. She's a pianist. She also is a vocalist, a classically trained vocalist. She appeared in movies like Philadelphia, Beloved, The Parkers, She's Gotta Have It. Yeah, yep. And when asked what kept their marriage going, they said being faithful to one another, forgiving one another, and also understanding each other, and knowing what each other need. Right. And so we just want to say, Denzel, thank you so much for being a role model in the movies and also in real life. You have shown us, and we know that, if you and Pauletta was sitting here, you guys would share some of the ups and downs of marriage, but you're making it through. You're paving the way, and you're showing us that it can be done. So hats off.
Sit here.
That's right. We would love to have you guys.
Yes.
But hats off to you guys. So what's your thoughts on Denzel and Pauletta?
I think that's amazing. 41 years.
41 years.
41 years to one person, and in Hollywood.
That's the
1983.
That's the key.
Yes.
That's the key.
And especially because he's always been known as such a sex symbol, such a handsome man. So many women and probably men have groveled over him for all that time.
Yes.
And for them to remain solid, I would love to pick her brain and hear from her about how she handles all the fandom and knowing that women were doing everything to sabotage or whatever the relationship.
That's true.
That's amazing.
That's amazing
to me.
It is. That's really. In my research, I was just reading about how the kids were saying that she was the person, the solid person the staple in the family. And then they were saying that at every award ceremony, you know, he would, you know, point to her as being, you know, his
right there.
yeah,
Oh,
like
that's
being
sweet.
his you know, solid foundation to really be there, his backbone to support him through stuff. So she's actually not only in the industry, so she understands and knows the dynamics of it, but for her to be supporting, because she actually had to take a step back, because this too is a passion for her. If she started off in acting,
Especially, yeah,
and in the arts and being a creative, right? So she took a step back. So man, that's huge.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That is huge.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to know who you marry, and it's purposeful. You know, it has to be out of purpose. Cause she had his back. You know,
Yeah,
someone else,
I agree.
his career might not have went as long as it did.
Yeah.
Right.
And he might, you know, not even been who he is right now. I mean, on so many other levels. I mean,
Yeah.
think about, we really have never heard of him in the news. Think about
bunch
all
of
the stuff that we're
scandals.
hearing right
Yeah,
now about
right.
different celebrities.
Right.
You didn't hear that. He was
Nothing.
really she protected and covered that man
Wow.
throughout the time, but he did the same for her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, he protected and covered his family as a whole, because you didn't hear scandals. He honored
Right.
his relationship and his family
That's true.
as a whole. Oh, hats off. I love it.
Hats
I
off.
love it.
Hats
For
off.
sure.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
maybe they was able to understand one another because they were in the same profession. So, you know, they probably understand, oh, I understand why you're gone for 2 months. And you know, when other people might be like, oh, you're always gone. You always doing this. You're always doing that. And it kind of like divide the couple up a little bit. So maybe that would help, you know, being in the same profession, and they both can understand the reason why.
That's so
You
true.
know.
That
So
is
that's
so true.
awesome. That's awesome. And like I
Yeah.
said, being in Hollywood, and that just makes it all. I mean, it makes so much. I mean, the love really has to be strong, because you know, normally marriages or whatever, you're married today, and 3 weeks later, oh, so and so is on the news, and they getting a divorce. You know, you be like, they just got married yesterday. So it's awesome.
That is definitely true. I mean, we can go on and on about Denzel and Pauletta because of the example that you have been to the African American family, even the, you know what, we just gonna take color out of it. You guys have been an example, you know, to all married couples, the solid foundation that you guys have built. And then he just became a minister as well too at his church. So that is showing that he put God as the center of his relationship. I don't know, in Hollywood you gotta have
He retiring. That's what that means.
No, but he is still producing movies. He's working on the
Producing,
back,
right.
you know, on the back end. And you make a lot of money on that back end. Yeah. So, well, while we're speaking of examples, of marriage, the question of the day. So, guys, one of the things that we do here at the Gossup is what we call a question of the day. So, I'll propose a question to the ladies, to the council, and then I'll also propose that same question to you. We will do a review, and here we go. So the question of the day is, would you guys help your significant other prepare and get dressed for his date with another woman? And you're married, right? You're married.
Oh.
Your significant other, I'm assuming, tells you that he, you know, he's stepping out. But he still want to be in the marriage, but you know, from time to time, you know, he ain't no time to time. He just stepping out.
Yeah, he want to go out the back door. Oh, okay.
Go out the back door.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is this a proposal? Are we getting paid? Like, is there $1 million on the other side of that?
I know.
If you let me have your husband for a night or a week,
You know, for 30 minutes or
months?
something,
And I get $1 million payoff, multi-million-dollar payoff.
I know, then we can probably talk. You know, I'll be like, wait a minute, I'm listening.
Sound like side chicks is winning.
Wait, don't say anything yet. We want to see this review and we want you guys to watch it with us. This is coming from Kelly Steele, nickname Jazzy1181, and she have went viral on a podcast called the Wifey Podcast. I believe that's the name of it. And let's take a look.
And I had a radical heart shift from that moment. I got in my word, under my word. I just completely changed as a person. And I realized that God loves me, that God has a purpose and plan for my life, that God chose me, that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah. So he would call me out my name. It wouldn't bother me because I allowed God's voice to be louder than his. And when I was going through transition of him not coming home on the weekends, not being there, telling me I hate you, I'll never love you, I wish I never married you. Right. I knew that life and death is in the power of the tongue through the word of God. So I would say, you will love me one day. We will have a good marriage one day. And although he would go out for weekends, I would literally help him get ready to go meet a side chick by ironing his clothes and getting him ready for the night. And these are all things I was graced to do. I would not encourage anybody to do that unless you are graced by God to do this.
Thoughts?
Wow. Hot mess. Hot mess.
Desperate.
Yes, desperate.
That's what it sounds like.
And what it shows is that's not who he really wanted all along. You know, oftentimes in church, people are taught to marry quickly, and oftentimes you marry her because, you know, she's related to this family, or she's the pastor's daughter, or whatever, or opposite. And it's not who you really wanted all along. And you just did it because it was expected of you. And then here you are, stepping out the entire time.
Right. And you know, some people have those religious beliefs, you know, you do X, Y, and Z before you get married. And sometimes I think, you know, some people just be wanting to be entertained, if you know what I mean. And so they'll go through all of that just to be entertained, you know? It's crazy. This world out here is crazy out here.
And it's the righteous delusion for me.
Yeah.
That you would act like God told you that to do that, or be graceful during that. As if, you know, like, is that how we're supposed to live? Is that really God loving us? Is that supposed to be love? You know, and you have people sitting in that ministry, some of them probably going through the same things, or some men is like, well, you listening to that? That's how I need you to be, because I'm about to make some moves. You know?
Yeah, I'll be like, yep, and just keep on while you making the moves. Just go ahead on and pack your clothes and just, you know, make a move. Right on out that door. Where you go?
That's trauma. That's trauma. I mean, we are oftentimes some of us are being led by people who are not healed. You know, we all have healing processes in our life.
Yes,
but you're being, you know, really led by somebody who's not healed and operating from their place of trauma, and they want you to co-sign on their trauma. That's what that is. And then he's sitting there just smiling.
I know, like yeah, I'm the man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I'm taken care of. I'm like, y'all might as well just say y'all was in an open marriage or a poly relationship. They probably full poly by now. They just not openly.
And my thing is too, you know, you ironing clothes and stuff for him to go on this date.
Had burn marks all up.
And that's why I said no. I'm telling you, I would be that person. 9387243.
She's submissive.
Cause there's no way. It's no way. Somebody's going, if not two bodies, you know, somebody gonna be dead. Something's just not gonna happen.
Even the way she's just sitting there like, oh, it's all good and God showed. No.
Is that
you lying
right
now?
Is that supposed to be godly?
Yeah, you're sitting there lying right now. Like, you're waiting to see when is she gonna say, okay, this is how I was feeling at the time, but now I know. No. What you think?
Well, you know, I definitely agree with the counsel. you guys have spoken on that. But I just want to give a little spin on it, you know, on the flip side. So
I don't know what kind of spin you can give this. Come on, but enlighten me.
okay. So sometimes people can be in a group setting where they was raised a certain type of way, and that is all they know, and from that way, you know, and I don't want to talk too much about the church at this point, but a lot of times, you know, we see it, you know, often. I know some people that are, you know, involved in this type of teaching, and what happens is they grow up in the type of teaching that they then begin to believe that, you know, everything that is thought is God, you know. So a lot of your thought processes, because you're so you're in a place where you feel like you hear God all the time, that you believe that is what has been spoken to you. And so from that is where this formulates from. And a lot of the times, from, you know, being, you know, a woman of God for the majority of all my life, I have experienced that, and have in my counseling times, I've experienced that 99% of what people feel is God talking is them. So,
or the husband.
So I don't want to say too much more about that yet, but
right, because I think it was her talking. I don't know about God on that one, because I mean, shouldn't that be, I mean, is that adultery? You know, that, you know, since they so godly, I mean, wouldn't that be adultery?
A marriage bed is undefiled, so if she allowed it, I don't know what that means. I'm probably pushing it.
No, that would be what she would be saying.
She was okay.
That was what she would be saying. But no,
I earned his clothes, so I gave her permission.
Yeah, she was still signing. I want you to look good and be great.
Right.
In your cheating with your side chick.
Right.
Side chick was winning.
I'm telling you. She was like, oh, he coming. And his wife know. His wife know he here with me. Ooh, we two dummies.
Giving you the best that I got, baby.
Ooh, two dummies. He said, I got me two dummies.
I mean, it's funny, but it's sad because it's too many people under that leadership too.
Yep. No. And you know how people listen, they follow, you know?
And you know,
I hope don't nobody follow that one though.
Starts from the top and flow.
Well, I think y'all better chill out, because folks coming after y'all. You hear that, how they talking? I'm prayerfully sitting over on the side.
I got some warm chicken grease. I'll anoint you with my chicken grease.
Unbelievable.
Well, shoot.
Well, we definitely do. All jokes aside, we want to hear from you guys, and we want to hear what y'all got to say about that, because she did go viral on that particular podcast episode. And so, I mean, shots are being fired all over, you know. Yeah, that's very intense.
That's sad.
I would like to hear the council's thoughts. I would like to hear their thoughts on this.
We want to hear from y'all.
We do.
So, with that being said, let's have some fun, ladies.
Why not?
Oh my goodness. Now is the time for us to, have some games. Let's do some game time here.
Game time! Ching! Ching ching!
No.
Is it gonna be some ching ching?
Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. This is where we play a game that we actually created called Sugar Crush or Love Bomb Buzz. So for you guys that don't have a that don't, you know, wasn't raised back when I was, I'm just gonna be honest. Y'all know about crushing, but I know about good old sugar crush.
Sweet.
Okay, so it's got a little dash of sugar, some honey, some of that brown sugar.
Ooh.
I mean, it's got all the sweet things.
In there, a little maple syrup.
Maple syrup combined.
Diabetic.
That's what that is.
Oh my goodness, really? But nowadays, what you guys would call a love bomb is the same thing that we would call a love bomb. So basically, it's a person that is a manipulative person. He loves you and try to showers you with all kind of gifts, and then he flipped the script on you as if, you know,
because Casper and
Ghost
Houdini.
you. Just ghost
he
you.
Now you
goes
see me?
sometimes.
Now you don't.
Hey, he's very possessive at times. It's just,
Or she.
That's right.
It's a very interesting situation going on. So here, let's start with the questions. So I'll ask the council a series of questions and they will answer. We would like for you to put a 1 up for a Sugar Crush, a 2 up for a Love Bomb Buzz. Here we go. All right. Keisha tends to overthink everything when she talks to Jesse. And sometimes she's quiet and awkward around him. Is that a Sugar Crush or a Love Bomb Buzz?
She's an anxious avoider. But I'll say she has a crush.
That's right. She don't want to mess it up. I think that's what it is. She don't want to mess it up. So she just like, I'm going to keep quiet. But once you reel them in, baby, she get to open it up a little bit or feel a little free. Then she got to reel them in first.
The council has spoken. It's a Sugar Crush, and it is a good Sugar Crush.
Oh,
Yeah.
She had little nerves.
She has a little nerves in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Or she was anxious.
Check it. After meeting Danny at a paint party, you notice that he's been looking at everything you post on social media. Is that a Sugar Crush or a Love Bomb Buzz?
I think he's crushing. He's trying to get to know you. He's interested. Trying to check you out, dive a little deeper.
Okay, we got some 2 different.
I know,
Because they ain't been together yet.
well, but that still sounds creepy to me. That sounds creepy. It sounds like he'll be at my door when I get home. How you doing? It sounds like almost stalker material. I don't know. That sounds a little. I don't know. Why are you all on my page? just ask me the questions that you would like to know. Just ask me. Don't be all on my page. I feel like you're snooping.
Okay, well we got opposite.
I think it's a sugar.
We got one council member saying a Sugar Crush, and the other is a love bomb. But we want to hear from y'all, so that as many people that we have on this live or replay, we want to hear from you guys, and then we're gonna calculate that there.
Sounds like
All right.
Charlize's winning. Shot girls in the house.
Toot.
All right, I have another one here. When Larry and you decided to take it to the next level,
Y'all getting pretty.
he started buying you flowers. Stop. When you decided to take it to the next level, he stopped buying you flowers. And when you go out with your friends, he calls you all the time and tells you different things about your friends that make you really not like them. And he wants you to always be at his beck and call.
He sounds like he is controlling.
That too. Is that a sugar crush or a love bomb bust?
It's a mixture of both.
It is, but if you have to choose one,
it will be busted at some point. It's gonna be busted at some point. I mean it.
I know, but he always wants
controlling.
You know what I'm saying? Always. Come on now, you got to give a sister a break sometime. Yeah, and then you always got something to say about the friends, you know, trying to. Yeah, that's not good.
But from what I would believe, a love bomb bust is when they're doing all these beautiful things and then suddenly it just stops. That doesn't sound like that's this situation. He just has become controlling throughout. At some point in the relationship, trying to control who she's around. He's definitely has some abusive traits that's there.
You don't think that's a love bomb?
I think y'all need to come up with an answer.
I think it's not love.
I mean, you think
he's busted. I mean, to me it's both. It's a mixture of both. He's crushing a lot.
He's crushing in that case.
A lot.
He's crushing so much that it sounds like he's a psychopath.
He hasn't did a bust like where he just stopped doing everything yet. For now, he is doing all these things.
So what's up? What y'all got? Okay. We're looking for our viewer to kind of chop up and break that tiebreaker.
All
right, last.
What do you think?
Hey,
or what's the answer?
Well, I would love for the viewers to get involved first.
So we're gonna come back to
next
this
week.
one day.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, next week.
Now you gonna have my anxiety. I'm like to inquire. I want to know.
Well, we'll wait and get some feedback. All right, last question. Okay, Jackie says she really likes Tommy, right? She likes him so much that she's purchased a dress. She's rented out a venue, and she sent wedding invitations to all of her friends. Is she love bombing? Or is that a good old sugar
delusional?
Is she crazy?
She's righteously delusional.
Is she crazy?
She's been in church for a long time. She's trying to manifest that man. Somebody told her if you just name it and claim it, you lay that dress across the bed.
Look, and he too shall come.
Well, she about to be busted because he's probably gonna be like, you crazy. I don't know what that is, Sherry.
Well, you gotta come up with something.
I think she's
on a super crush. Now she's
definitely on a crush. But it kind of sounds like
she's in love with love, at least.
Right, and it sounds like she's a little crazy too.
She's crazy.
Yeah. No, don't seem like she took
or
her
she
medicine.
might just be super deep spiritually, which leads to craziness.
I mean, so at least that leads to craziness where you going to buy a dress.
Yes,
somebody
I know somebody. Yes, I think I know a couple of people who have done that. It wasn't me.
Okay, I guess if you don't, if you stay ready, I guess that's that thing. So if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Okay, I guess they're making sure she go be ready. She said she go be ready. So
she might have been really believing. Okay. You know what?
Trust God. Trust God. That's what she doing. She trusted it.
Stay ready. That you ain't gotta get ready.
You know, outgrew that dress. Sometimes.
I know. Waiting on it.
Think about it, if I did that, Lord, that dress, I would have. Jesus, outgrew that dress. All those years.
Well, all you have to do is take it up, or
you gotta sew two dresses together.
Hey. Because you got some men.
Time is winding up. We gonna get a timer. We just gonna do it. What was that?
I think it's a bust.
Okay, another tie. So we got 3 tiebreakers.
What did you say?
That's right. We got 3 tiebreakers.
I think I'm winning.
And we will see who will be the top winner between these
actually,
two.
I think it's both. I think it's both.
I think it is. So it's 3.
Okay.
So we got 3 personalities.
Oh my goodness. These ladies are something else.
The couch.
It's that couch.
Couch ministry.
I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. We don't want to miss. We don't want to leave anybody out. Look, we want to share with you. Speaking of love bomb bust and sugar crush, we want to share. We know some people out there that has a sugar crush that they want to kind of expose, or we want to help you expose that to your loved one. Check this out.
Calling all lovers in disguise. Do you have a secret crush? Have you been holding on to that juicy little secret that you're dying to spill? Whether it's your best friend, coworker, or someone totally unexpected, if you're bold enough to dare to be different, we want your story. Come reveal your crush on the Gossup podcast. Let the world hear your heart, and who knows, maybe love will find you on air. Slide into our DMs or email us at info@thegossup.com.
Okay, so don't forget to hit that like button and also put some little comments that, hey, look, ladies, I know that you guys are brand new, but I want to be able to be one of the first ones to share my love crush on your podcast. That's right. Definitely so. Oh my goodness. We would.
Hey,
that would be the whole episode.
But hey, would y'all want to hear about somebody love bomb bust too?
It won't be to Charlize.
That's true. That's true.
They might want to put that in and share that.
Yeah, I want to hear about it. Let's hear about it.
Let's hear about it. Oh,
I
my
got a story
goodness,
to tell.
Oh my!
Oh, okay.
That's right. We want all the tea. Don't give us just a little bit. We want all the tea. 100% of the tea.
Okay.
Not 50.
Okay.
Look.
Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes.
We hope that we were enjoying to you guys. We really loved having you watch us do what we do just on a regular basis, and that's just sit, enjoy each other, kind of share some comments with each other on different things that we've experienced.
Yeah, right.
Have you enjoyed yourself on this episode?
I have. It was so exciting. First episode.
And we also want to say we miss you, Talea. We'll see you on this red chair next to me next week.
That's right. And we hope you feel better soon.
That's right.
Yeah.
And don't forget to stay up with
the Gossup.
And that's it for today's episode of The Gossup. If today's conversations got you thinking, drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn those notifications on so that you won't miss an episode. Until next time, stay up with The Gossup.